You know that slimy, gross blob of green you get caught in when you go swimming in a lake or a pool that needs cleaning? That stuff is the best! Hey peeps, Trace here coming at you from D News. How do you feel about algae? Ambivalent, right? I used to be like that, but no longer. I'm on board. I think algae is great and I don't care who knows it. Algae is amazing. Algae is a blanket term for a large group of plants ranging from single-celled simple organisms to giant kelps and seaweeds. Algae use chlorophyll to produce energy and exhale oxygen, which is great for us, but they can also be used for a ton of other fantastic things. One major thing is algae could be used to produce biofuel. Back in the spring, the journal Environmental Science and Technology published a study showing algae could be used to produce 25 billion gallons of biofuel annually in the United States alone without stressing our water resources. Well, that's only 1/12 of the way to getting us off fossil fuels altogether. This is just algae, pond scum, slime. You might think, oh man, this biodiesel from algae thing is super complicated, but in reality, they put algae in a press and squeeze it. Boom, oil. Honestly, that's a lot like an olive press. It gets 75% of the efficiency of the algae, but by adding chemicals to the process, we can get up to 100% of that oil out of the product. And that's not all algae can do. In Hamburg, Germany, a 15-unit apartment building is powered by giant tanks of algae just living there on the exterior. The plants keep the building cool in the summer and insulate in the winter. Excess heat is funneled into saline tanks to be used later, but that's not all. When the algae is grown enough, it's harvested from the tanks and put into a biomass processor in the basement to be used to power the building. Don't want to make power from algae? That's okay. How about street lamps? Yep, a French biochemist named Pierre Calleja talked about it at TEDx earlier this year. The plan would be to use this CO2-sucking, energy-producing algae to make oxygen and energy, but also use that extra energy to make their bioluminescence light the streets at night. It's still conceptual, but aside from imagining a city bathed in an otherworldly green awesomeness, you could just skip the street lamps and put it on your own head. This is freaky as hell, but maybe could be the future, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. This is some kind of dystopian Promethean strangeness, you guys. The little tubes are filled with algae that feed on the CO2 exhaled by the wearer and the light hitting that's in tubes from the outside. And when the wearer needs a meal, he or she can just suck some of that algae right into their bodies. The plants are nutritious, though I wouldn't say delicious. Not that I've tried them, except for that one summer at the lake, but that was an accident. Currently, the suit, designed by Burton Nitta, is relegated to the realm of strange things, but who knows? If a food crisis hits, we might be willing to try it. Algae, respect. Nice job. Keep up the good work, man. So what do you think? Would you wear that suit, live in that apartment, power your car with this little organism? Tell us about it in the comments below and bookmark testtube.com/dnews to keep us powered and serving you more D News every day.